Hello, Internet. Welcome to Leaking Out Theory. I'm Laney, and this is probably one of my most anticipated episodes yet, just because of what this week is.
I'm Thorn. I'm not Matthew Robert Patrick, but I'll pretend to be.
Sure, you will. You can never be him. I hope you know.
I really want to meet him. Apparently he was at UIC not too long ago. And that
Oh,
kind of
nice.
sucks.
And he's got a little political thing going on, which is really cool.
Gamers for Politics, or whatever his
Gamers,
platform is
gamers truly
called.
are the most oppressed minority, and I'm glad we finally have someone
I
representing
need
us.
I need to hear. I don't care if he knows that it's not serious. I need to hear Matt Pat say that. I need
You want him to go up
like
on
he
the
needs.
stage of the house and say that, "Hello, my name is Matthew Patrick, and my and I'm here today to tell you that gamers are the most oppressed minority, and to prove it, I don't know, what would you do to prove that gamers are the most oppressed minority?
Look at the state of modern gaming.
Look at
Is
all the
that a
Wonder
little
Woman
too
games,
real? Is
though.
that a little too
Look at all the Wonder Woman games we have.
what, all of zero?
It was in Lego Batman
I
and
guess.
Lego DC Supervillains.
I was gonna say, sound off in the comments if you know if Matt Pat has a cameo, because I know where $25 is gonna go to if a cameo is a
Oh,
thing that Matt Pat
okay.
does.
Oh yeah, that cameo. I was very confused. I
Okay,
thought you were talking about like a cameo in something in particular.
okay, this is not the planned opener, but I do want to get this out of the way because I think it'd be funny. If you could get a cameo from anybody, who would it be and what would you want them to say?
I probably want one of the hosts of Leaking Out to have a cameo where they say their iconic catchphrase, "Hello, Internet, welcome to Leaking Out."
You're so real for that. What if we opened a cameo?
No one would buy it.
That's fair.
What if we got it?
Do you think
What
they'd
if we
pay me to
got?
burp
What
into
if we
the
got an
mic?
OnlyFans?
Do you think
What'd you say?
they'd pay me to burp into the mic?
I think they would pay you not to bark into the mic.
That's fair. But I also feel like that's part of the charm.
You, charm.
Well, on that note, speaking of
Some
charm, here you go. That's the segue.
characters have
Speaking of
charm to
charm,
some people, and we don't get it.
yeah, we're gonna talk about some popular characters that we don't get it.
You want to start off?
Yeah, I can start. Um,
Are we gonna do two or three each?
yeah, I think that's fair.
We could each
Um,
do three or four. That gets us to like six or seven.
are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of that six
No,
seven joke?
I am
Okay.
not.
Okay, so I'm gonna start right off the bat. I think this is pretty milk toast, but that's fine. It's good to start off slow. Um, I really okay. This is gonna sound stupid. Um, People who like Iron Man like as a main character, if that
Mhm.
may like, I don't mind
Like
Tony in a
you
supporting
like Iron Man
role.
in an Avengers book, but you aren't gonna go pick
Yeah,
up an Iron Man.
like I'm gonna be honest. The only reason I picked up Spencer Ackerman's Iron Man was because it was spent. Like, if it was anybody else, I would have been like, okay, like cool,
Yeah,
another Iron Man book I'm not gonna read. And like,
yeah.
I'm not. That's not saying like Tony isn't interesting. He does have interesting stuff. I just don't find him compelling as a main character. I like when he brings all of his messiness into a team dynamic.
I see it. Yeah, yeah. Because
But
do we need more random rich guys?
well, because it's like he's trying to eat Batman's lunch, and it's like, but you can't be Batman. Like, sorry, like
Yeah, even
Batman's always gonna
Batman
be
can't really beat Batman.
true. I don't know. I
Is Iron Man gonna
but
survive a
like I
fall from
said, I think that's
space?
pretty
I don't
milk
think so.
toast.
Yeah.
I
Let's
know a lot of
see.
people who are like they don't rock with Tony.
Well, I'm gonna go with a character that's got a lot of ride or dies next to mix it up. Jason Todd.
Yeah, get him.
I just
Get him.
don't really care about him, and they keep trying to do a back and forth of, oh, he's edgy, he kills, versus no, he's a good guy, he uses rubber bullets, he wears a bat. And like maybe if they committed to one of those ends, it could work. But right now, when it's just swinging back and forth, he's not interesting because his characterization will change every time he appears. I think that we just need to settle on something and give it a couple years to develop. And also, he needs to stop just trying to reheat Dick's leftovers. Get him away from Corey and Roy. Get him away from. Let's see, who else is he? He was three Jokers. He was with Babs. Get that out of here. He's in a weird slot just because he's very close to Dick's generation in age and didn't get his own set of friends for a long time because he was dead. And now he has no space, and they keep trying to make space for him. I think that the best space would be him haunting the narrative.
Kill him. Get rid of him.
Yes, exactly.
I feel
Do you
like
have
that's
anything
your
else to add to
solution
that?
to almost every male character, though. Because that's your
Just
solution
one of
for
them.
Batman too.
And Batman, because it'd be cool to see how Gotham develops without the bats. Is Alan
How does
Scott
the
going to
world
step up?
develop
Are
without
the bat
Jason?
sidekicks going to step up?
That's fair. You know, in a similar vein, I think I'm going to address the elephant in the room. I don't really like Punisher. I find him
Mhm. Yep.
very one note. Well, actually, no. My problem is that almost every Punisher book is like, oh, he's actually a good guy. Um, and I like when they just give that up. And they're like, no, like he sucks. Like, I love Jason
Mhm.
Aaron's Punisher because Frank is a lunatic in that book. Like he's kidnapping people. He's like working with the hand. Like he sucks. Like he's terrible,
Mhm.
and I like that. I haven't read all of it,
Okay.
but like from
Also,
what I've read of,
I do
oh, you
think
go.
I was gonna say that I do think there needs to be one redeeming thing about Frank, and that is that he's anti-cop.
Yeah,
That's the
like
best
that's
thing he's
cool.
done. But that doesn't make
Well,
him a
like he
hero.
kills Nazis and pedophiles. Like that's cool. Like that's a cool thing to do.
I really like
Um,
I like him paired with Captain America, playing over Steve and
uh,
like, oh my god, he's the one who
and
inspired me. But then
then Steve's like,
also
I
Steve
hate
is
you.
like, I despise you. You go against everything I stand for. Even though
But that's
Steve
my
killed
point.
Nazis and Frank would kill Nazis, so
But that's my point, right? Is that like I like when Frank sucks. Like I think he should suck like
mhm.
9 times out of 10. Like I'll say this, like I think one of the great things about the Netflix Daredevil continuity is how much of an asshole John Bernthal's Punisher is. Like he
Frank,
sucks. He's
Frank could be
awful.
wrong 5 times out of set. Let's see. Let me see if I can make this up on the fly. Frank Castle, leading military enthusiast in New York City, once won. Let's see. Once won $12,000 shooting centers of bullets. Started shooting at age 3. Kills the criminals like Spassky plays chess. Says I'm an asshole. 5 games out of 7. This show knows what he needs. I don't know. Did anyone here know 15 loved the board game? No, no one cares that I did that. Go look up 15 Love the board game, though. Do yourself a
That's
favor.
fun. Yeah, like I feel like John Bernthal really gets it. Like Frank should suck. He's not a good person. Um, he's also a character. I'd say I prefer him as like a supporting
Best thing
character.
that Frank can do is be a foil to better characters. Be it Daredevil or Captain America. He's just an asshole that
Spider-Man,
you
right?
put in
He
these characters.
debuted as a
Oh,
Spider-Man
yeah.
villain.
Yeah.
Um,
Captain America, Daredevil, those all of them are great foils to Frank. And that's when you get a good Frank Castle story, is when you're putting him with the people he disagrees with fundamentally. Like, one of the best episodes of Daredevil is just him and Matt in the roof.
yeah, like I feel like that's a good one. That scene at the very beginning of Zdarsky's run, where
Yeah,
everybody thinks
when Matt's
Daredevil
got
is killing
Frank.
people now,
Yeah. And
and you
Frank's
get to
like,
see
you did.
Dare.
Welcome home, buddy.
You've seen the light, Red. Like that's such a good. Um, I will say my
Okay,
one
you
exception to that. My one
okay?
exception. I love his bromance with Conan in Jerry Duggan's Savage Avengers. I love that they just bond over killing people and they travel the world killing
For
people
10 minutes,
together.
and
I
you
think
already
that's
mentioned
beautiful.
Conan, of course.
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Uh, I
Um,
shouldn't be surprised.
hey, listen, Uncle Jerry knows what us little Jerrylings what we crave. You know, like Uncle Jerry provides.
What you crave is Conan Punisher team ups.
Well, like making them super gay and horny. You know, like
Okay.
that TikTok meme where it's like, computer, make them super gay and horny. That's
No,
what
I
I
don't
like
know
about
that
it.
meme.
Okay, your
I
turn.
do not know that meme. So.
I'll send you
Deathstroke.
that meme.
I, he's got he has a dedicated fan base, and I don't really get why.
Yeah, he sucks.
Like some of these, I'm able to be like, here's a list of reasons. Here are things I do like. Here are things I don't. Deathstroke, not really. He just kind of sucks. Like I'll say that for a minute, but I don't.
I think he's a
If you're a
cool
if you're a
villain.
hardcore Deathstroke fan, yeah, he can be a cool villain. But I don't. That doesn't mean that he needs solo titles every time there's a new DC initiative.
I was gonna say I
He had
like him
one.
the same way I like
He had one in the
Fenris.
'90s. He had one in the New 52. He had one in Rebirth. He had Deathstroke Inc. for a while.
I like Deathstroke the same way I like Fenris. I like seeing him be awful. I like seeing him do awful things and going, sure, we gotta get that Deathstroke.
Okay, so here's a
That's what I
question for
like.
you. Did you prefer? You've read both. Which did you prefer, Judas Contract or Lazarus Contract? I know you're a defender of Lazarus Contract.
That's a great question. I'm gonna. You just offered a question that will get me killed. So when you see
Yeah.
my name in the
Oh,
papers, you know, Lazarus contract better.
wow.
At least
Okay.
it's a
See,
Slade story.
I also
Here's the
like
thing.
the Lazarus. I also like Lazarus Contract, but I like Judas Contract more because that to me that's like the archetypal Slade story.
That's fair. Here's my thing. Okay, and
It's his
you were probably
scheming.
about to get
It's
into
his
this.
manipulating.
You were probably about to get into this. So if I'm stepping on your toes, I apologize. The problem is like Deathstroke has been fandomized, right? You know, like
Okay.
people who love Deathstroke, that's not the Deathstroke that you see when you read a Deathstroke comic. That is the fandomized, like, oh, he's trying to be a good dad, but he just can't stop being evil. Oh, darn. Like, and what I liked about Lazarus' contract is that he was just straight up evil and he was wrong, and his kid told him that to his face. And then he was still like, but nah, I'm
Mhm.
gonna do it anyway, though. Like that, he needs to suck.
Okay.
He needs to be terrible.
Yeah. I think that's what the from the Judas Contract does really well for him is
Fair.
that he's awful. It's his manipulating. It's his scheming. It's him at his worst. It's him sitting in front of a jury. That's afterwards, but close enough.
And then the weird thing with Deathstroke with Judas contract is like hives involved, so then it's like
Hmm.
you gotta deal with hive stuff.
Fair enough.
Imagine being a member of Hive. Sounds cringe.
Does sound very cringe.
I agree. I agree.
Almost as cringe as being
Uh,
a Deathstroke fan.
true, true. All right, let's do one more each. Do I
Okay.
rip the band-aid off? Do I rip the band-aid off and
Do it.
say Hal Jordan? Why? Why?
Okay.
There's so many better lanterns. Any lantern. Name me a lantern. Name me a lantern.
Have to be green.
Yeah, it could be any color, frankly.
Okay. Let's go
Actually,
with.
yeah, go ahead.
No, you had something to say.
I was gonna say I would rather read a Mogo solo comic. Mogo the Living Planet, the Green Lantern who is the living planet. I would rather read a Mogo solo than touch anything with Hal Jordan in it. That's how I feel about Hal Jordan.
What a, what about a Sinestro-led comic?
Apparently, they're pretty good. I've heard the Sinestro solos are actually pretty good. I
Wow.
haven't read them, but I've heard they're good.
What about Sinestro's son?
Well, I did read. Funny story. I did read this. I did
Mhm,
read Sinister's. So, um, terrible name, by the way.
mhm.
Like I get that Super Sons. It's like, oh, I get it, like because they're both the sons of superheroes. But like Sinister Sons, it doesn't work. Mainly because neither of them are
Yeah,
actually the sons. Well, Druzod is weird. Um,
I know
or not
nothing
Druzod.
about this kid, so
That's fair.
I only know about good characters.
Like whoever you're not gonna mention next. See what I did there?
Ooh, let's
Who's your
see.
final?
I I should have been thinking about this before. I knew I had two planned. So for a third, let's see, who did I list already? I listed Jason. I listed Deathstroke. Let's try to come up with a Marvel one. Go with Hellion.
Ooh, ooh, spicy.
One time, I've seen people talk about Hellion and Laura as the Cassandra Cain slash Connor Kent of the DC universe, and I almost sorry the Marvel universe. And I almost agree, except that Khan is a cool character.
Get him, get him, get him.
I don't know Hellion. Okay, so this is a very biased opinion because I mainly just know Hellion from his interactions with Laura. I haven't read many Hellion solo things or things where he's a lead, but I don't know. He just seems like a nothing burger.
I feel like everything Hellion does, somebody does better. So like the whole
Mhm.
no hands thing, I would say Surge does that better. Or even if like we're talking amputee stories, I'd say Karma does that better
Yeah,
than Hellion. I mean, hell, he was trying to eat Quentin Quire's lunch, then Quentin Quire just like rebounded. You know what I mean?
yeah. And if you're a knockoff of Quentin Quire, that's not a good place to be in.
Yeah, that's actually a poor start. And then Quentin Quire returning and then eating your lunch is like
You're losing. You're
worse.
losing to Quentin Quire.
Sucks. I couldn't
That
imagine.
yeah,
Well, and in like a lot of ways, he's worse than Quentin because like get why Julian's so upset. Maybe this is because I haven't read enough Julian solo content. From what I understand, he had a good upbringing. He has a cool power. He gets to go to school with his hot girlfriend. Meanwhile, Quentin like was abandoned at birth. You know, was lied to all of his life about who his real parents were. You know, got addicted to drugs as a
mm,
teenager. Like, what are you mad about, Julian? What's going on?
yeah. And then he tried to date Laura, and
Yeah,
now
bad.
Julian no querer no.
Julian. King Julian. Ooh, I will say, and you haven't read it, so it's not your fault. His relationship with Shark Girl in Spider-Man and the X-Men is
Okay,
really cute, and I like that ship. That's a good
yeah.
ship. Well, actually, no.
Also, his
I think
Crucible,
Shark Girl
his
should be a
Crucible,
lesbian, but
his issue in the Crucible is pretty cool.
I like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Say what you will about
That's the real
NYX.
takeaway. Is
I
that
thought,
Crucible was cool.
or say what you will about
It made
NYX.
it
I feel like they tried to do something interesting with Julian.
being mind controlled.
Well, like like because it's an allegory for being radicalized, right? And it's like, but being
Yeah,
radicalized in the wrong way. And like that's yeah, I don't know. At least that was something better than nothing. Shall we move on?
I think we shall into our polls. Do you want to go first with
You're
this one? I have
excited.
a long
I
list.
was gonna say you're about to yap, so I should probably get through mine. I'm pretty
I'll do
stacked
my
here.
best to line this up in position for our next segment. So I've got a way.
Batwoman number one,
Woman.
X-Men number 27, Moon Knight, Mark Spector, Moon Knight number two, Immortal 4 number 8. Um, this is really tricky. This is like picking a favorite kid. Double Dose of Jed McKay, which I'm never going to complain about. But, I've read practically everything the man's written. I love him. And I'm very excited to see Greg Rucka come back to Batwoman. Um, I'm excited to see what's going on in Greece. I love Danny. Danny's art style slaps. So that's
Oh yeah.
exciting. I think the pick of the week is probably going to be Mortal Thor, though. I
Wow.
mean,
If you ca-
well, we're getting another Asgard. It's another Asgard issue. We're seeing what's going
Mhm.
on with Magni, and Black Jack O'Hare, like what they're doing up in Asgard. Um, I've been really liking the sort of direction of like, you know, what do we do? Like, what do we do now that we don't have a Thor? Um,
Mhm.
I don't know. I've just been really enjoying that. Every
Agni trying
issue,
to
I'm
have to
like,
live up to Thor's legacy, which is an impossible task.
well, and the fact that like the only Thor he knew, because he didn't really get to know Thor
Yeah.
before
He only
Loki's
knew
manipulations.
his
He
father.
only knew the evil Thor, yeah, the evil Thor from his home. So like
And now he sees
that's
a good
weird.
Thor and has to emulate this almost
But like I
perfection.
really
And
liked
Thor
the
is not
last,
perfect, but
yeah, I really liked the last issue that focused on him. I thought making amends with the Stone Trolls was pretty cool.
yeah.
Um, I like the idea that like Magni's leading a more united Seven Realms, like in the sense of like no more rivalries,
Yes.
no
So,
more
sorry,
like
I did a quick math. Like, wait, 7 rails, but they're not that well.
no,
Marvel
because
realm counts get complicated,
well, but there's 8 with Heaven, but Heaven is separate, so whatever.
but also Midgard is cut off now. Right? Am I making that up?
Yes, they can't. If you're in Asgard, you can't get to Midgard right now.
Because because there are 9 realms. 10 with heaven is actually the math.
All right.
Yeah, 10 realms. I
Damn.
have I have the list pulled up on the Marvel
Oh,
wiki
okay.
right now. So
Okay, that makes more sense.
yeah, Asgard,
Um,
Vanaheim, Heaven, Jotunheim, Alfheim, Nidvalir, Midgard, Svartalfheim, Muspelheim, Niflheim. I pronounced them all wrong, but
and it's Heaven, but it's spelled like in a Norse way, which I
yep,
always find funny.
yeah, leading the 9 realms. But you swap. Well, is it? I don't remember the Heaven war right now. Is it with them? I don't know.
Well, and then you
And
didn't read
Midgard's
Donny
cut off.
Cates. You didn't read Donny Cates Thor, right?
Correct. I have not.
They tried to explain that when Donald Blake isn't out and about, like when he swaps for Thor,
Yeah.
right? That he gets sent to like a secret 11th realm that Odin made just for
Oh,
him.
that.
But I mean, obviously he's his own person now, so I don't know if that
Yeah.
still exists. But that was like a whole thing for a bit. I loved it. That sounds like a critique. I love that run, and I love what they do with Donald Blake. Like we wouldn't have
Mhm.
what we've been having with him right now without that run. I just always find it really funny. And they're like,
Yeah.
no, there's like a secret 11th realm, and that's where Odin hides Donald Blake all these years.
Mhm. You know, the 9 realms split the secret realm, and then the secreter realm.
Yes.
So you know, hell yeah.
I'm gonna read Original Sin here soon. I haven't mentioned it on the show, but I've been reading a lot of like Al Ewing's like cosmic um reworkings,
Yeah.
and I know Original
I've heard a lot
Sin
about it.
is a part of that because that's where they introduce heaven, and that's where they introduce all the like, oh, like Thor's mom wasn't actually Thor's mom from Norse mythology. It was Gaia. What?
And then later, Jason Aaron goes, actually, it wasn't Gaia either. It was red hair. It was the Phoenix Force.
And we've all collectively decided to
Sorry,
ignore
fire
that.
hair.
And I think that's for the best.
Hmm.
Love you, Jason Aaron. Too bad your Avengers kind of sucks.
You know what was cool about that though?
Hmm.
Ghost Rider riding a woolly mammoth.
Yeah, I will defend the Ghost Rider of 1,000,000 BC. That
Mm,
slapped. That went hard.
I want to see a Ghost Rider, but it's actually like an amoeba riding on a slightly bigger amoeba.
And then amoeba riding a water bear.
Okay, okay. See the vision.
Excuse me, a tardigrade for all you science heads in the audience.
That's me. I'm the science head. But also,
A
water bear is a more
tardigrade.
common name, so I don't care.
I like them. I like them a lot.
Mhm.
All right, why don't you bring out your laundry list of polls? Hit us with your laundry list.
So I've got seven, and I'm going to do my best to order these from least to most excited. However, it's really actually that's fair because I'm not unexcited for any of these. But
Hmm.
at at the bottom, Deathstroke the Terminator. It did. I wish you had the Dance Moms clip because I just start reciting it word for word, but I do not. But imagine I am. I want to get it because I love Rose Wilson. She's awesome. She's cool. But I don't care about Slade. I did a whole thing about why I don't care about Slade and don't think he should be getting solos. So it is a bit hypocritical to get you one. But I want to get the blank variant because Tony Fleeks will be added to C2E2, and I think it'd be really cool to get to do a Rose Wilson sketch on there.
I love his art. I had
Mm,
his Strife as my profile picture for a
yeah,
hot minute.
I remember that. Then next up, I'm going to put X-Men. It's issue 2 of the 4-issue Danger Room arc. It'll be fine. I don't think there's been a Jed McKay arc of X-Men yet that I've disliked, but it's always kind of just been there. It's been like one of the books I'm pulling. It's never been the worst, never been the best. Also,
Like that with
at least
this
fixing the
arc, we're
cover.
getting the yeah.
At least fixing the cover. This issue is going to be focusing on Animalia, Benjamin, Lou, and Temper, and Quentin, which I think is probably the most fun cast you could make of this. So I'm kind of hoping that this isn't the highlight of the arc, and the other issues can pull their weight too.
I was gonna say, I feel like what I like about this arc is that we're getting the two different situations that are going on. Um,
Also,
you
wait, I'm sorry. I
know,
was just looking ahead at other issues, and I saw that one of them has a Civil War homage variant.
yeah, because that new miniseries is coming out.
So we don't need to be making Civil War homage variants.
It's nostalgia bait now. Because what? That was 20 years ago,
20
right?
years, yeah.
That's gotta hurt for a lot of people. Because I know a lot of people who worked on Civil
Oh
War that are
yeah.
still working in the industry. That's
And
gotta
apparently
hurt.
it's like a whole line. Storm's getting a Civil War variant. Iron Man is. ASM, Wolverine, Mortal Thor. You gonna pick up the Mortal Thor Civil War variant? Captain
Unironically, if it has
America,
Ragnarok,
Punisher, Fantastic Four. No,
if it has Ragnarok on it, unironically,
I think it does. It looks like it has him getting his head smashed in.
that's good.
Sorry, his chassis smashed in.
See, okay, this gets back to my point with Iron Man, right? Is like that whole arc of Iron Man making Ragnarok and then how that ruins him and Thor's friendship was really interesting. But like, I don't care about it with regards to whatever was going on in Tony's book at the time. I
Mhm.
couldn't care less.
So that's 205, 207. I'll try and pick these up. Absolute Flash next up. It's Absolute Flash. It's another one where I'm always really excited for it, and I feel like it kind of doesn't live up to the hype I always put on it, but it's still really solid. Again, it's never the best book in the month. It's never the worst, but it's always solid. And we
At
just
least
wrapped up an
this is
arc.
the start of the next arc. You
Yeah,
know,
this one I believe it's focused on Wally and the Divneys, which will be fun. I if we get Identity Crisis references, I might drop the book because that'd be absolutely insane and what the fuck. But I trust Jeff Lemire not to do that, or at least if he does do it, to go, hey, that was a insane thing for DC to do.
yeah.
I don't know. Absolute Wally, he's my silly little guy. He's my kid. He's my baby. Now we're to the top four, and this is tough. I am going to put Batwoman at number 4, just barely missing the mark for the top 3, only because it hasn't proven itself yet. These are Well, okay, no. Two of these are repeat to pick of the week winners, and one is a book that is I am unfairly rating
I was gonna
highly.
I was gonna say one book has never been your pick of the week.
Yeah, the Bad Woman, it's gonna be really good, but I just don't have anything to compare it to right now. Unlike Nightwing, which is also definitely gonna be really good, a new arc starting. It looks like it looks like it's gonna be about the car centralization of the U.S. almost, and if so, that will be insane, and I love it. We're bringing back Dick's classic ride from the '90s. It's sick as hell. We're going to be talking about the mayor of Bloodhaven building a massive freeway through the city and redlining district. That's awesome. Well, I'm gonna clarify before you get clipped. Redlining is bad, actually. That's my hot take. But criticizing
Shocker.
redlining is good. What did you say?
Shocker, I know. Redlining
Mhm.
bad.
I lived in Chicago, and I was like, oh no, in Chicago, the red line is pretty good.
Unfortunately, that is the namesake, though.
Hmm. I always thought the namesake was drawing red lines on maps because it's more about building freeways and cutting off neighborhoods that way.
That's what I tell myself, but I do unfortunately know that it is
Okay,
because depending on what side of the red line you are
yeah,
on, it's I mean, sad.
yeah. Redlining is bad. We're gonna keep banging it home.
No stroke. No stroke.
And then second place is gonna be is it's gonna be a finale with Mary Sue #5. It's a book that I never, when I first pulled it, I expected, oh yeah, this will be a fun little book. I never expected to be my pick of the week for this. You've seen me get more and more excited for every issue as it goes on,
It's really good.
especially with issue 4 bringing in the Mary Sue, the one and only, the original Mary Sue. Like we've been ruminating on that. Like this issue got delayed a bit. Yeah, the last, eh, I think really, it's only been a month. Wow, I think it might have just been a wild month for me. But
Yes.
we're it's gonna be the Mary Sue. The girls are in Mary Sue land because one of the Mary Sue's writing a fic about them. It's all so insane. Everyone should go read Mary Sue if you have even a passing interest in fandom. I'm gonna be
It's
so
giving
sad.
like if Grant Morrison was fandom pilled. It's giving
If
like fandom
If
pilled
Grant
Grant
Morrison was a
Morrison.
teenage girl in the 2000s,
This goes hard. This goes hard.
if Animal Man was if Mary Sue was like if Animal Man was good.
You can't say that.
I just did. What are you gonna do? We don't edit this.
You
You can't
like
cut it out.
you like Animal Man.
Yeah, not as much as I like Mary Sue.
And actually, that's a hotter take. That elevated.
Because I haven't finished Animal Man.
That's fair.
It's on TBR. But right now, Mary Sue is like a better version of Animal Man to me. I'm gonna keep saying that because I know it's gonna piss people off.
We're gonna get so many hate comments, but that's fine.
Hey, hate comments still are still comments, driving engagement. Leave your hate comments telling us what you hate about us the most. And then my number one pick, to nobody's surprise, it's New Titans, number 33. It should not be as high, but I see Stephanie Brown in the cover, and I'm going to move it to the top of my list immediately. Maybe if this issue really fumbles, then it won't be next month. But I think that barring any unforeseen circumstances, this is going to be a pick of the week every week it comes out, as long as Stephanie Brown is on the team. Is that fair? Yeah, because I make the rules here, not you. You don't have the
Yeah,
podcast. Make
I
your own
mean,
podcast
yeah,
and
that's
complain
true.
about
You
it.
make the rules. Yeah.
Everyone should go get more Stephanie Brown pilled now because she is one of, how did you word this in the transitions? I don't know. We don't plan this out because Stephanie Brown is indeed one of the blondes y'all should care about.
Yeah, it's a blonde you should care about. Yeah.
Really should have we saved Deathstroke for the end because Rose is kind of blonde, but is white hair blonde? Who knows? That's the whole thing. Stephanie Brown's the blonde you should care about. She's like if any of the Robins were cool.
True. True.
Like
Um.
not objectively, none of the Robins are really cool. They have cool factors, but like Dick Grayson's kind of suave. Jason's a bit of a loser. Tim's a nerd. He's kind of a cool nerd, but he's not cool. Damien is Damien. Steph actually like was a kind of a cool kid. She was a popular kid. She also had lots of her issues at home, but she got to actually like almost have a life as a kid, which is more than like any of the other Robins can kind of say. maybe excluding Tim, but he also was rich, and we don't count billionaires as people.
Well, and like how bored must he have been to like notice that Batman wasn't doing well, and then also
Yeah,
identify who they are based on their like like
based on the triple somersaults.
yeah, like I'm sorry, he
Only the
must have
Sonic
been bored
Races
out
could
of
do
his
that
mind.
move.
Like you can't be living the best life if you're like, oh, I'll do this for fun.
Mhm. Yeah, it. I don't know. I have lots of Tim Drake thoughts. He's normal. He's a pretty cool character, actually. And we'll go with 80% of my hate for him is played up just because I like Steph. But he's not a blonde to care
That's
about
fair.
because he's not blonde.
That's true. He's not blonde.
You know any
Um,
blondes you want to talk about?
I'm gonna throw in Courtney Whitmore, aka
Okay,
the
okay.
Star Spangled Kid, aka Stargirl.
I've wanted to get into her for a while. What are your recs? Or actually, let's go with why do you think she's cool? What are recs to read her? And I'm gonna start with saying
So
Stephanie Brown, read Batgirl 2009. That's the best.
I really like Courtney for multiple reasons. One, she's divorced kid representation that I actually like, because she's pretty cool with her stepdad,
Hmm.
and like you never see that. If you have a kid who's like a child of divorce, they usually hate either their parents or like one of their step um
Hmm.
step parents. I don't know why I forgot the word for a second. And I like that Courtney is cool with her stepdad. Um, I wish we could go. Here's the thing: is like this is me wanting myself too much in a comic. I would love for them to go the extra distance and have her and have a character that's cool with her step parents and her bio parents. Like Courtney isn't chill with her bio dad, um, but that's fine. That's not her fault. Well, I guess
Yeah.
whatever. Um, I don't know. I'd like to see that, but like for just even the leg up of like, oh wow, like a child of divorce who's actually cool with their step parent, like what a radical concept. Why
Hmm.
is this like? Why is that hard to come by? But I also like it because I feel like she's in this fun space where she's a young character who has a lot of connections with older characters, but not in a sort of weird like okay, I love don't get me wrong, I love Kendra Hall, I love Hawk Girl, Hawkwoman,
Yeah.
I love her. She's like I guess because she's a hawk, like she's in such a weird relationship with all the older superheroes, and I
Hmm.
don't.
Or
It's
she's like
fascinating.
she is a JSA kid. And she is one of them through and through, but also is like 16.
Yeah,
It's
and
fun.
also
It's fun
like
to bridge the generational gap there.
whereas you compare it with Courtney, it's like Courtney like is a JSA kid, but no strings attached. Like she's not the
Yeah.
reincarnation of an older member.
Yes.
Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
she's carrying on a
She is carrying a mantle, but not necessarily in the same way that like Doctor Fate is.
yeah, or Kendra, or I'd even throw um
Almost
like the
Wildcat
Spectre.
too.
Yeah, Wildcat. I think there's a lot of baggage there. Um I don't know, I just really like her. And I think it sucks that like a lot of people only know her is as that one bitch from that one JLU episode where she's really mean to Kara for no reason. And it's like, no, like she's done other stuff. Please, begging you. Like,
Yeah.
and as for recommendations, unfortunately, you do have to read Jeff Johns' JSA run for most of her stuff. But you can also read Stars and Stripes. And while that is Jeff Johns, it's a lot more bearable Jeff Johns.
Hmm.
So
Also,
small
even
wins.
Stark on the Lost Children was pretty fun. I don't know if it's
Oh,
good,
I love
quirky
that kid.
content,
That
but
many
it's fun.
snaps. I need her more of her and
The Co Queen.
the yes, thank you.
Mhm. Yeah, because I read that when I was at the height of my Emiko era.
Really fun together in that book. Well, and like that's a really good comparison. Is that it's like it's the same reason I like Beckham. Is
Hmm.
like she is connected, but not like I just don't like Messi. Well, I do like Messi, but like not in this way. Like I'm gonna be honest. I read the Resurrection of Hawkman arc in JSA, and that genuinely made me drop the book because I was like, I don't like that this reincarnated Egyptian guy is thirsting after the 16-year-old. I don't.
Kind of
I know
weird.
it's I know it's like technically fine if you go through all the mechanics, but it's weird. I just don't. No,
Mhm.
thank you.
Do you want to do another one? Also, because I have so many, I don't want to step in your feed and take someone that you want to talk about.
I assume it's on your list, but I was gonna throw out John Paul Valley.
He
Um,
he was on my long list, but not my short list.
I love Azrael. I think he's so fun. I like his Catholic guilt. I like his costumes. I like
Mhm.
his weird and nonsensical lore. Um, I like when Dan Waters made him a twink. Very cool.
That makes sense for you.
Thank you, Dan Waters. Um, I don't know. Like I don't know what to say about Azrael. Like he's just that guy, and I think more people need to experience him.
Hmm. He's really fun. He's kind of he's a loser, and that's fun. He's awful. He's a failure. He works every day not to be.
Well, and here's my thing. A lot of people critique Nightfall because they're like, of all the people to let be Batman, why did they let this guy who only showed up like a couple months ago? That's the point. I mean I
Mhm.
can't stress enough. When you read the story, that's the whole point, is that it's a bad idea. Like Bruce isn't jumping for joy, being like, "Here you go, John Paul. You should be Batman." Like even John Paul is like, I'm not so sure about this, you
Yeah,
guys." Like,
Bruce talks to that like yeah. The only reason I didn't give it to you is just because you have your own life and I don't want to step on that.
yeah, like at this point, Dick has made it very clear that like he's his own person, and like Bruce respects that, even if it's in a
Hmm.
weird, fucked up Bruce kind of way. Um,
Yeah.
so it's like that's, and Tim was too young at the time. I fight anybody to look at Tim in that era and be like, no, you should have been Batman, you guys.
Hmm.
Fine. Like, no. Um, and that's literally all the candidates because Jason's still dead. Um, I mean, Alfred's old.
Yeah. Steph would never have gotten it. She did exist at the time, but no.
That doesn't, yeah, that just doesn't work. I will
Who else?
say,
Harold.
sure, I guess he knows a lot about cars. I was gonna say, I don't know the validity of this. I almost feel like when Snyder did the whole arc of Jim Gordon becoming Batman, that was kind of his question, his answer to the how to fix Nightfall
Mhm.
question. But
Would
like
be
people
to
really
make
don't
it
like that.
Jim Gordon's Batman. Yeah, because it's weird to have
Yeah, so
Robo Bat.
so I guess it didn't really
Very
work.
edgy
Yeah,
Bat.
the rookie. Don't you love the
Mhm.
rookie?
So let's see. For my second one, I'll. I had someone lined up. I had someone in mind. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a Marvel character because we haven't
Oh,
talked
a
enough
Marvel character.
of Marvel.
Yeah, well, I think
But
there's a certain biochemist in
yes,
the
there we go.
room.
Thank you. I don't know how Bobby slipped in. I was thinking to X-Men. I'm trying to figure out if I was trying to talk about Tabby, which you should check out Tabby, but she's not the one I was going to talk about. It's Mockingbird. And that's not a surprise. She is,
Yeah, you've been on your Mockingbird arc.
yeah, because she's cool. Uh, She's a character that just speaks to me because she is like, in a lot of ways similar to Stephanie Brown in that they're both kind of outsiders to all of heroing for a while, and it's because of who they're with. Like the only reason like Bobby joined the Avengers because Clint carried her through the front door basically, and then she got sidelined in that issue because God forbid a woman do anything. But both of them obviously have a lot of issues in their past. Steph with all the pregnancy and stuff that led up to that. Bobby with everything with the Phantom Rider, and then also Secret Invasion. but they're both characters that are fundamentally about overcoming those difficulties and overcoming just the obstacles that life places in front of you. Some of blonde stereotypes that they just defy, and I love that. And also, Bobby's a biochemist, and I think that biochemistry is kind of cool, which is why I'm studying it and about to get a degree in it. Don't ask me what I'm going to do afterwards. I might just start beating up men with a cool staff.
There you go.
And I haven't
Join
read
the join the FBI for a
after
bit, quit the FBI.
Shield. You mean?
Well, we don't have a Shield IRL. You gotta find your
That's
own.
what you think. This girl doesn't even have a shield. Welcome to level 7.
Our Shield would have like a stupid name, like
Like Doge.
I was about to say Sword, but Sword exists. I was,
So, but
um,
yeah. In terms of
I don't know, like
reading
super
recommendations,
secret, super organization. I don't
can't
know.
throw out too many Bobby recommendations. Like I said, I've still only been reading the early days. But even just reading the Fortune Hawkeye mini, that was really fun. It gives you fun Bobby Clint, the original Hawkeye, his first mini.
I just shot Deathstroke for luck. So I
Did you hit
hope you
him?
all have good luck. I didn't knock him down. I did hit him.
Okay.
So I guess that's not the greatest luck, but you know, like
Yeah.
what's something?
Slightly better. You'll get you'll get like 5 out of 10 and 6 out of 10 coin flips to be heads.
Yeah, it'll increase your odds for sure. Um, may the odds be ever in your favor.
Then do you want to throw out a
Um,
third one?
yes. Okay. I know what you're probably thinking I'm going to say. In fact, you can say what you think I'm going to say.
Conan?
Well, he's not blonde, so no.
Isn't he? I'm thinking of
No,
Kazar.
he has black hair. Yeah, that okay. There we go. That's it. Yes, I was like, you're gonna say Kazar, but I'm not
I
gonna
think
throw out
you're,
Kazar.
yeah, sorry. Okay, good.
I love Kazar,
Oh,
and
no.
I think he needs more love, but he's not my pick. Um, I was actually going to say I, and people can fight me on this, but I do think this is true. I still think Warren is slept on. I think Angel
Okay.
is slept on, frankly. Um, Case in point, he's one of the only members of the O5 who still hasn't had his own solo series.
Yeah. And even
Uh,
Bobby's isn't even any of the new ones. Like he's had a beat for a long time.
mm-hmm.
What was Beast? When did because Beauty and the
Beauty and the
Beast. Yeah.
Beast. Yep. And I
Was
think there was
Jean
a
the
second
last
one.
one? Was Jean the last
Yeah,
of
because
those?
Jean got one when she got Times Displaced.
Damn, it took that long.
Beast also had a solo in 1997.
Okay.
It only lasted three issues, but
But that's more than the Warrens had.
yeah, I don't think there's ever been like I'm just gonna sort Angel by Marvel, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah, if you look at the Angel and it's all of the Buffy that just
There's
pop up.
Iceman and Angel, but notice who gets first billing.
Although if we're counting Beauty and the Beast,
Yeah, but then Hank has the
that's true. Yeah, yeah,
series I just
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
mentioned.
Sorry, I didn't
Well,
believe
and
anyone would
okay,
ever want
I've
to buy
read
a Hank
Beauty and the Beast.
comic.
Full disclosure, I've read Beauty and the Beast. It is barely a
I'm sorry.
Gaster story.
Mm,
I mean, I guess Beast was the main character of Amazing Adventures for a bit.
There's no self-titled thing.
That's fair. But anyway, that's my
Damn,
point, right? Is that like all of the other, like what? Cyclops is on his third now or his fourth? Let me double check.
something like that. He's had more than his fair share for someone who's Scott Summers.
Yeah. Yeah, we're on volume 4 of Cyclops. We've had 4 other volumes of Cyclops. Or 3 other volumes, I should say. Um, Jean. Well, and then Jean's Jean, right? So even like,
Yeah,
yeah, maybe Jean hasn't had that many solos. but she's also Jean Grey, so she's been the center of everything.
I know she's had what? Because you listed the time displaced one. She had the fall
The
to the
recent
fall of
one
X
involved,
one,
yep,
and she had the one that had Corsair in it.
yes. Well, and then I'd put Phoenix the Untold Story on there. That's a one shot, but like that,
Yep.
she got a whole one shot with an alternate ending of a comic that already
Drink your
existed.
water, everyone.
How many
So
characters can you
stay
say?
hydrated.
Oh, I was gonna say this
Actually,
is a
wait.
new
It's
segment.
it's vile of me to say that. So we're talking about Phoenix, where she almost drowned.
I was gonna say I wanted to introduce a new segment called the leading out hydration hour, where we all take a sip and then say what we're drinking out of. So first of all, take a sip.
Okay. I just did, so I'm not taking another one right now.
And what are you drinking out of today?
Same as always. My Owala I got like a month or two ago.
Nice. I went to Target today and purchased a 64-ounce water bottle.
Ooh.
It's very nice. It has a lock on the place that you sip of, so like when you
Mhm.
hold it upside down, it doesn't leak. That's pretty cool. That's my
Yeah.
new. Oh, and it has a handle. It looks like a knuckle duster, honestly. Like when I hold it,
You gonna start beating people up with your water bottle?
I think that'd be kind of fun. That'd be a fun
I
superhero.
would, yeah.
Midwest man would totally rock like a metal water bottle that you can beat people with. Have we talked about
I
Midwest
feel like
man on the
next week we
show?
need to have. I feel like next week we need to have an unplanned episode where we just yap about anything because we don't have the brain power before C2E2.
That's fair. Don't worry,
So,
viewers, listeners at home. We'll get into that too.
mhm.
Uh, did you have one more
So
character you wanted
I have
to?
way more. You know me. I could go on about random blondes for hours, but I'm trying to decide who I want to wrap it up with. So I'm going to actually flip a coin. I want you to
You're
call
gonna
heads
flip
or
a
tails
coin.
because you're going to decide which character is which with this.
Okay,
So just heads or tails.
heads.
Okay, that means that I'm putting Meg Kenta heads and Mia as tails. And I got heads. Okay, Meg Kent, she's awesome. She was Supergirl for basically like the era where Superman was at his biggest. Yet nobody ever talks about her because she just gets lumped in with Kara. The whole the whole Triangle era is a really interesting place to talk about Superman characters because they were so dead set on no other Kryptonians other than Clark. But they're like, okay, we still need a Supergirl because that sells. We still need a Superboy that sells. Power Girl's got to stay around. She sells. So let's jump through
Well,
all
okay,
these hoops.
so and this goes into recommendations because you should really read was it Action during Funeral for a Friend that becomes
I believe
mainstream.
it. I believe that she's in. Well, she's really in all of Funeral for a Friend. But I believe that it is. Yes, it's Action Comics that she takes up most of Funeral for a Friend. Even a little bit, even in before and after.
Fortunately, like the reason
After really.
mainly underserved is you're
And both. But
other Kryptonians, but they wanted all of the books, right? They wanted to keep all of their super because they had 4 Superman titles running at the time.
yep. Can you list them all?
Uh,
Actually, you're cutting in and out a lot, so let's list them. Superman, Action Comics, Man of Steel, Adventures of Superman, and that's why they did Oliver and Superman is to divvy those up, kind of. And it was a cool little while where each of the different Supermen got their own book, rather than just Clark and occasionally some other people popping in and out.
no, I think you're absolutely right that it's like it's a have your cake and eat it too kind of thing, right? They
Mhm.
want all these characters, they want them to all be a thing, um, but also like no Kryptonians. I honestly don't know why that was a thing.
Mhm.
I get it in principle. I get it in principle in the sense of like, oh, Clark is more interesting when he's the only one. But like, we gave that up so long ago. We gave that up in like the 50s. No,
Mhm.
even old. Wait, because when did Kara even? No, but there were Kryptonian villains before Kara, so I guess yeah,
Mhm. Like Zod
like
goes pretty far back from her, right? I'm not looking up
well, and then
specifically,
like
but
when those, you know those fuckers from All Star Superman that show up, like the
oh yeah,
Phantom
yeah,
Zone
yeah, yeah.
villains. They're like
Yep.
40 something characters, I think.
Hmm.
Like okay, Last Son of Krypton is a cool name. It has never been true.
No,
It's a great title. It's a cool
the
title to
only time it might have
have.
been
It is
true
technically
was in like for like 2 issues post Crisis.
yeah.
Yeah,
And frankly, like, who needs it? Because I find all these
it's more
Kryptonians
interesting when he
interesting.
has connection, all these when he has to choose between his Kryptonian connections and his Earth connections.
However, ironically, we are telling you to read a non-Kryptonian character, and she is
Yeah,
good, even though she isn't a Kryptonian.
correct. Yeah, and another thing that I love about and it applies to Khan as well, and also to a lesser extent Steel and Cyber Superman and Eradicator. But I especially don't care about them in this conversation. Is that they're like, okay, well, they can't be Kryptonians, so we can't give them all the Kryptonian powers, but they need to be recognizable as the super characters. What are we going to do? So you get May, who's a protoplasmic entity, and just tell me that doesn't sound cool.
Well,
She
like
gets
she has the
shapeshifting,
flight,
cool. Yep. Yeah, she's got the
but she
flight,
doesn't have
and she
like
can become strong,
yeah.
but she doesn't have the heat vision, the freeze breath. But she does have, I want to say, the limited psionics. She can reshape molecules. She can shapeshift. Let's see. She's got her little rage mode, which is cool.
But then that's also what's interesting about her as a character is like
Yeah.
shape shifting is a fundamental part of who she is as a person. But for the most part, she's not allowed to do it because Lex is like, oh, like you look better, like it's better
Yep.
PR
That's
if
the
you
other
look
thing
like
is that
Supergirl.
she was a corporate superhero before when Mark Russell was just a twinkle in his daddy's eye. That's not true, but
Yeah,
mhm.
but you're right though. It's like I think it's interesting that like now we love that idea, right? Like with the boys and oh, what's another like corporate superhero slop?
You ready for me to do they'll piss you off?
Yeah,
From the Ashes X Factor?
yeah, that's fair. Well, I mean that's the point of the book. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'd almost argue that Supergirl, the 1994 Supergirl series, did it better than the X Factor.
Oh yeah. But again, I mean that book was cut for middle.
And
Oh.
it expected to have longer to tell its story. But
Well, and then like you
who's
compare it to
another blonde?
like One Star Squadron, right? And like I think I agree with you in the sense of like I like One Star Squadron. I think Maid's story does it way better. Sorry, Milo.
Don't worry, we're May glazing, so it's always a good time.
That's true. The
But
pyramid scheme.
exactly. Hey, that's my line. You aren't allowed to steal it. You're below me in the scheme.
You're like, I have that copyrighted. Damn it.
But
I invented that.
all of it, it's all the interesting things she's torn between. She's torn between the part of her that's Lana Lang from the Pocket Dimension, because that's a weird retcon that happens. But sure, why not? There's the part of her that is Supergirl and is basically like she's not just Clark's cousin. She's not Kal-El's cousin. But she is still like Supergirl's cousin. Not literally, but she works that way. So that's the cool part of her. She's torn between the LexCorp identity that's been built for her. She never got to choose any of these though. These are all basically forced upon her, and she has to figure out who she is in the midst of all of it.
She's constantly told that
And
her
then
boyfriend's father was this like horrible person and that her boyfriend shouldn't be trusted, but she's literally never met this person before.
yeah,
They all keep
she
talking about.
she only knows that her Lex Luthor, who did horrible things but she didn't know about.
It's like here's the thing. Full disclosure: when you and Will were first getting on this, I was like, I don't
Will
know.
has been on. You not don't drag Will into just getting onto it. When I was just getting into it and pushing you into
Yeah,
it.
I was like, I don't know. She's just a girl, like whatever. the more May you read, the more you get of it. The more you
Yeah,
read, the more you get
yeah. Her time on the Titans was really fun because that's in a way that they're all looking up to her because they all know Clark and see her wearing the same symbol. But another way, she's also getting to start fresh because none of them know her. It's a new place. It's a new team. She mostly was with them like for space and assorted magic stuff, which is interesting because that's not normally space kind of is. She does a lot of cool stuff in space with like Panic in the Sky and honestly, I'm gonna recommend the Siege of Zitaram. What do you know about the Siege of Zitaram? Yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
nothing about the siege of Zitron.
Yeah, well, I'll
I
say
was
that
just gonna caution people. I was just gonna caution people. If you do like May, do not read her cartoons in Superboy. She like fucking sucks in like the one
okay.
issue of Superboy. She shows
I
up.
thought you were gonna say not to read
That's,
Peter David Supergirl, which does feature her, but not really.
well, I mean that's its own can of worms. But yeah, like um because I don't think I've actually told this about you. Part of the reason I was kind of hesitant at first is that was the only appearance I'd read of her because I read all of Carl Kessel's
Yeah.
run on Superboy, and when she shows up in that, she sucks. I don't know if Carl Kessel wasn't like keeping up, but she's like Lex Luthor's stooge, but in like the worst way possible. Like not even like a like oh he actually really loves me, you guys. Like he's not evil. Like straight up in a like I must do evil for Lex, and you're like that's never been how this works.
Yeah. Yeah, go read the Supergirl 94 mini, and I like the Siege of Zitaram was fun because I like Donna and I
What's
like
that one
Roy.
Elseworlds that's really good with her?
Supergirl Wings. I haven't read that
Yeah,
yet, so I'm not
I'm
gonna
planning
recommend
on
it without
reading that.
reading. Yeah, it's
I'm
pretty
planning
short.
on reading it soon. 'Cause I've heard good things.
Hmm. Yeah, it's same here. I've been planning to give it a read. I actually opened it up the other night and I was like, okay, this is not that bad to read in one go.
Well, 'cause it's like hold on.
I was gonna declare now that we're already in the app session, by the way.
Oh yeah, totally. We totally are. I agree. Yeah.
I
I
feel
was
like as
gonna
soon as the
say
siege of Zitaram got mentioned, we were off topic.
yes. I was gonna say I miss the era of like Supergirl Wings and then like Gotham by Gaslight, where it's like and Elseworlds isn't a series, it's a really solid like one issue or like one magazine
Mhm.
size like story. I miss that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
but the Robin annual where you get the Bat Ninja and Tengu.
yeah, like that's just one. I mean,
That
it
was
has
just
a
an
follow
annual.
up. Yeah, it has
That
a
was just an
follow up, but
annual.
like that's yeah, it's just one story. Or like okay, I know again, like kind of similar to this. Like, yes, there's a whole trilogy of the Vampire Batman books. Cool. You can just read Blood Mist and you get a full story. Like, you don't need the other ones. It's not like a series. I
Mhm.
mean, I guess again, like I suppose it literally is, but like I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know why I'm being so pedantic about this, but like
No one did a good job of that. The World Without Justice League books from Dark Crisis.
yes.
That's the closest we've got to that original Elseworlds imprint, I think.
Well, or like did you read any of the Dark Hole or not Dark Hold
I read the
one shot?
Darkhold books. Yeah.
Like that's a great example of that. It's like one solid story. It's only a couple. Like it's the length of a normal issue. Um,
Mhm.
like that Darkhold Iron Man story is one of the scariest fucking things I've ever read. And like that's like I think 30 pages. Like it's just an issue. Ah, I could talk about that book for ages. You read that one, right? Where he gets like stuck in his own armor.
Yes.
That's so fucking good. That's such fucking good. Ooh, okay, okay. Here's the question for you. Here's the question.
Okay.
You do an Elseworlds one shot with one character and you get one issue. What character? What's the setup?
Okay, this would probably be my. This is bringing lots of things in. We were just talking about how Nightfall, they didn't know who to be Batman. This is Dick Grayson becomes Batman. You would speed up Cassandra Cain's origin like 5, 10 years, bring her in. So you have Dick Grayson, Batman, Cassandra Cain, Robin during the 90s. Tim feels rejected and pushed aside. So he goes off and it kind of becomes the antagonist of this. You're basically doing more than Batman and Robin, but earlier and with better characters.
That'd be fun. I was gonna throw out. Um, I I'm a sucker for like it's the story you know, but one small thing changes. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I was gonna say I think it'd be interesting if we did an Elseworlds where um like okay, so it's the iconic scene of Mark Spector standing under or laying under Khonshu's like statue and Khonshu's like like oh accept my bargain like the from the show
Yeah.
you all know it,
Yeah.
the scene from the show and Mark says no and
Ooh,
can
okay.
Mark build himself back up as his own person without Khonshu's help and who does Khonshu pick instead? Maybe it's Bushman, maybe it's fuck, why am I forgetting her name? Mark's wife. Fuck. Okay. Whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. I
Yeah.
I'm not gonna whatever. But like I don't know. Like I think it'd be really fun to see a story of like Mark with his DID. And I have to stress this with his DID because I would
Yes.
love a story where Mark is a strong character with his DID, but without Khonshu's help. And I think Jed McKay has done a really good job with that. But I think it'd be fun to take that to the next step in an Elseworlds and have Khonshu not be a factor at all. Like
Okay.
really see what Mark can do based on his own strength, and might I add, the strength he gets from um, Steven and Jake. God, I
Okay.
haven't talked about Moon Knight in the show on the show in ages. This is fun.
Does it feel
I need to
good?
make more excuses to talk about Moon Knight.
I think Kimmy needs to talk about Moon Knight if you wanted to.
I might do a 30-second. Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Sorry, my screen freaked out.
womp
Let
womp.
me make this in real time, ladies and gentlemen. I was gonna say I might do a 30-minute yap about Moon
I thought
Knight.
about
Just to
doing a short one about Stephanie Brown before New Titans, but then life. So no, you just have to deal with me in this episode.
we can talk about how if they ever do another DC Marvel crossover that we should have
Stephanie
like
Brown, Kate Bishop.
well that too. I was gonna say just because their costumes look similar as Spoiler Night.
There you go. You just want to see the two little blobs together.
I do want to see the blobs together. I currently have a blob profile picture.
Hmm. Yes, the blobs are great. Let's see. I don't know.
Ironically, Stephanie would look Conchu in the eye and be like, "Hell nah, nah, sweaty."
She would, and that's why she's awesome.
True. I think
She
she would
just
also
stands out
rock.
the power in the best way.
Do you know what I say when I say the ghost armor for Moon Knight? Are you Moon Knight pilled enough to know the ghost armor?
Not, I may. I'm just right now. I'm just picturing the rivals look, and I don't think that's it because it kind of looks
Let
like
me
a
pull
ghost
that
in its
up.
armor. But yeah, I do miss when the alternate universe stories were little one and done things. Like there's something to be said for a book like Spider Gwen that makes a universe into a whole thing. But oftentimes, that alternate universe stories are told with the intention of it going on forever, when in reality they should
Now,
be
what if?
short things to the point that can be expanded on later, possibly, rather
Yeah,
than just being made to sell books. She would not be able to, not with the mask now.
but I like the bird mask. I think the bird mask makes it work.
It wouldn't for her.
That's fair. If she could, ooh, you know how people have like the half masks that are like animal masks,
Okay.
like that instead.
I would need you to whip up a picture of it.
I wish I was good at Photoshop. That
Mhm.
should be a segment on the show. We wish we were better at Photoshop.
Yeah, I do all my editing in Google Slides.
You revealed it to the world. Now they're gonna
Yeah,
clown on you.
they deserve to know. They've been clowning on us for the whole episode with what we've been saying.
That's true. Here's a here's a clown, but in like a fun way. Um, you've already heard me talk to death about this, but I think the viewers at home will want to hear about this. I read Amazing Fantasy number 15, like the like Spider-Man's debut. Guys, I get it now. I get why teenagers in the 60s were going crazy over this. Like I read
Yeah.
that first issue and I was like, oh, like I like can't stand how Stanley writes. Like it took me an hour to read the first issue of X-Men because I just
Mhm.
couldn't like get through all the Stanley dialogue. But like I don't know why. I don't know if like Ditko just told him to shut up or whatever. Like I felt like there was a lot less of it, but then the stuff that was there was like actually like good and added to the story.
Mhm. One day I'll read more. No, I think the only Stan Lee comic I've read in the entirety might be Fantastic Four #1.
Well, like how would you rate that like on a scale? Because you've read a fair origin issue in your day. You've
Yeah,
read,
like I read
let's
six
see,
comics since 47. That's 5 stars.
yeah.
That's not true. That's actually not true. It's
Like how would you rate?
not that
Yeah,
great.
how would you rate Fantastic Four number one as like an origin, like regardless of an actual story, like as an origin issue?
I think that it's almost as good of an origin as you can get
That's fair. I
because
think
it runs through the whole thing and gets you into the action immediately.
that's fair. I will say that is the one thing of Amazing Fantasy 15. It literally is just gets bitten by a spider, has like traumatic incident, and then ends. Like you
Uh-huh.
don't really get like any like and what's gonna happen. But that's kind of the point, right? Like the book was getting canceled. They told
Yeah.
Stanley you can literally do anything. We don't care. Which I wish
Mhm.
happened more often now. I I wish we lived in a world where editorial was like, the book's getting canceled. Do whatever the hell you want.
Mhm.
Freaking go
All that.
crazy.
It's just true. I guess I have read some Stan Lee books because I read the DC Stan Lee Imagines.
Okay, those are kind of fun. I like
Oh yeah,
those.
those are.
Um, have you seen Maze the like the action? Oh, I can do this. Action 568.
I don't think I have.
Right? That's I want to say. There's a. It might be the 600s. If I actually pulled that out of my ass, I think it's time to put
I
me
looked up
down.
568 and it's talking about Jinx Turner and Jimmy Olsen.
Okay, I said not that.
No, you
Okay, I
didn't
should look
get
at
it.
May Kent.
Oh, it's one of the makeup ones? Okay. Then I might have.
Her profile picture is so sad on League. Oh, oh, she debuted in Superman. I'm stupid.
Oh, you're talking about May Kent's origin? Yeah, I've read that. Of course I have.
Okay,
What do you think
that's
I
what I
know?
was. Yeah.
Sorry, I was waiting for an issue number or something. But yeah. So
No, I
her
thought she debuted in action. She's
okay,
in Supergirl
we're talking
stuff.
about her origin in the Supergirl saga, explaining her origin. Her first issue of her origin. Which one?
Well, yeah, if that's not her origin, then
Because her
what's
first
the
appearance
origin?
is her waking up in the Arctic.
So it's
Antarctic,
a
I think.
oh, because they're recreating Kara's. That's kind of interesting.
Mm.
I need this issue. I need it bad.
But her origin is the Supergirl saga, which is very controversial. It's wild. It's out there. It's stupid, and I'd say like 70% of it's fun.
Where does that start?
Huh?
Where does that start?
What do you mean?
You said it's the Supergirl saga. What issue does it start
Oh,
in?
I want to say Superman 21 turned into Action Comic. No, sorry, it was Adventures of Superman. I want to say 555, and then Superman 22.
Supergirl saga part 1 is Superman 21.
Yep, like I said, and it's also in issue 22.
The first appearance of Lex Luthor.
Pocket Dimension.
Yeah, and then part 3 has a really low. See, part 3 has an average
I think
score
I
of
left a
3.8.
review on it
What
that you
about
could,
more?
if you have it pulled up, you're more than welcome to just read out my review if I left one.
This has spoilers, just in case.
Anyone cares about being spoiled for the Supergirl saga.
Using this to review the whole Supergirl saga.
Oh,
It might have
perfect.
helped if I read the Superboy story that this is referencing, but all in all,
To be
I think the
clear,
time
original
trapper pocket,
Superboy.
I think the time trapper pocket universe stuff was explained as well as it could have been. Seeing Ollie was also a fun surprise. Parentheses and Hal and Ollie, I guess. I'm honestly still not sure how I feel about the Supergirl of it all. It makes May more tragic that she didn't get to know the truth about who she was and how Lex caused this world to end, but also some of it just feels unnecessary. May's origin now makes more sense and less at the same time.
Yeah, I stand by that. No, it was not. What was it? It was not 555. It
You and
was
Will. The exchange
what?
between you and Will in the comments is so good.
Oh,
Because
damn, it
you
was
tag,
444, not 555.
yeah. Because
Oh,
you tag Will, right?
of course. Yeah, it's what you do when you
And then
review and
Will
make a
pops
comment.
in. It's so hit or miss. Clark referencing the Holocaust versus the beautiful art of adventures number 444. And then you go, yeah, dot, dot, dot. There are plenty of other ways to describe supervillain attacks that aren't that.
Yeah,
The
it
cover
was
of
the
this is
time.
insane. It's like Superman in like a cowl, and he's about to like kill you with kryptonite.
I'm not explaining it to you, so have fun with that. But also, yeah, this is the issue where Oliver Queen dies.
Also,
Well, the
Zod's in
Oliver Queen.
this somehow, even though oh, it's because it's Pocket
Uh,
Universe Zod. Okay.
yeah, yeah,
And then in the Pocket Universe, there's a different Lex Luthor,
yep.
and he's chill, I guess. What book of all time?
The Supergirl saga is a really interesting book, and I would recommend that you read it. But also, it's insane and wild.
Man, I can't believe the. Oh wait, never mind. I was about to say I think the only translation of this was in Portuguese. That's Saga of Superman. That's so good.
What else you want to yap about?
Uh, Speaking of Supergirl, did you read the solicit for Supergirl Survive?
I saw that. Yeah.
I think it looks pretty good. I'm pulling it at least for now.
Okay. Yeah.
I like the idea of like, what if it worked out? Kind of, you know what I like? Because that's always been the story, right? Is that it's like, oh, Kara was supposed to go with Clark
Yep.
and like raise
And that
him and stuff,
basically
but it
raising
didn't.
there.
Yeah, but it didn't work. So like that's why she landed at a different time, and like that's why like all that.
Yeah,
Um,
that's why she was older than sorry, younger than Clark.
yeah,
She was actually older. Cool.
but I like the idea of like, what if we get to see a universe where that actually kind of works out? And the Red Rice art is so. I mean, I know this man is great. Like, Vita Ayala's New Mutants comes to mind. Um, what part of Giant Size did he do? The Phoenix Saga one, I think.
Uh, not sure off the top of my head, but that's what I would check with.
Yeah, so like I already knew Rod Rice could draw, but like, oh my god, his cover is so pretty, and he's doing
Mhm.
the interiors too. So I like that Kara has like a '60s space gun. I think that's fun because like I think we've forgotten it because of the movies. Krypton used to be like so cheesy. Krypton used
Yes.
to be like peak like '50s retro futuristic like. I mean, that's like, not to keep sucking this book's dick, but like, what I like about the current Supergirl book is that like I feel
Is
like
that
it's
we
a lot
get
of a
that part of
return.
Krypton back. Yeah.
Yeah, like Krypton looks like, at least in my opinion, how it should. Because I don't enjoy. I mean, I certainly don't enjoy how Snyder's Krypton looks. Um, I don't enjoy. I mean, I'm gonna be real. I don't like how Krypton looks in the Christopher Reeve movie all that much.
Wow. Yeah. It's certainly something there.
Damn, this is really the Supergirl glazing hour because I was gonna say, you know what I do like how it looks though? How Candor looks in the Supergirl movie.
Uh,
I like all the tubes. You know how they have all the tubes and
tubes.
you can go to the
Tubes.
tubes.
It's that movie is like so bad it's good to me.
I love it. I love that movie. I
Like
think
it's also just
it's
good, but it goes back and forth between actually kind of solid and so bad it's good.
um yeah, what a film, frankly, that is.
A film that I would actually probably even recommend to people as long as I was there to watch it with them. Are you?
I'd love to watch Supergirl again. I need to stop
Okay,
joking
Ben.
about fake Patreon exclusives because I would be like Patreon exclusive, leaking out
We watched
commentary of the
Supergirl.
Supergirl movie.
Okay, hear me out. What if we just watch a 1 30-second clip of it over and over again on the podcast for the next year?
We do the garden cast. It has to be
There's
the
only,
invisible monster scene, right? It has to be that fight with the invisible. That scene
either that
slaps.
or the scene where our first meets her roommate and they're really gay for each other.
Yes, and she's Lotus's niece, sister.
Yeah, niece. I think it's either niece. I think it's niece.
Oh, and then she dates Jimmy for a bit, which is kind of funny.
That was in that movie, wasn't it? The
And
best
they all
Cora
go
Jimmy
to
relationship is My Adventure with Superman.
we were clowning on them because they go to that restaurant that's like needlessly branded. Was it Wendy's? Did they keep going to Wendy's? What? Hold on.
Dairy Queen.
My gut said A&W, but I think that's just because I really want A&W right now.
Oh, A&W does sound good.
This is something we should yap about more often. What kind of sucks about being in the city is that
Is
like
that you're not
any of
getting the
like
good
the
suburban places?
yeah, we can't go to like Midwest slop
There's no
anymore.
Olive Garden. There's no shitty Mexican restaurant that brings you unlimited chips and salsa. What else?
Oh, it was
There's no, there's no,
Popeyes.
there's no
It was
Applebee's.
Popeyes. They keep going
Oh,
here.
Popeyes.
I
Hell
even have the
yeah.
picture.
I don't even know the last time I went to Applebee's. I know I went to Olive Garden. That's because it was someone's birthday, but I want to go to Olive Garden now.
I think A&W, Olive Garden.
Like you said, any shitty Mexican restaurant with unlimited chips and salsa, but also the best food you ever had, even though it sucks.
Yes. This is a just
Dave
us
and Buster's.
specifically. I can't stress enough. This is only because of where you and I currently reside in the city. But like, there's no shitty Mexican or not Mexican, Chinese takeout. You know,
I
like
found the place that's pretty decent, but yeah,
like you call and it's like, all right, that'll be 10 minutes, and it's always 10 minutes. Like it doesn't. They're
on the
never
dot.
wrong
Yeah,
on the dot. There's kids doing their homework like in the window when you rock up. Like you
yeah,
rock up and like in the booths, there's kids doing homework. If they get too swamped, those kids put down their homework and help out. Like that's how you know you're about to eat some great fried rice.
yeah.
If
I don't
the
know.
if the sign
I
is
want to see.
so old, it's like yellowing. You know what I mean? Like the paper sign, or
Yeah,
like for
yeah.
the menu. Oh,
Yeah, I haven't been to many of these places. My younger siblings don't like Chinese food.
that sucks.
My younger
They're
siblings don't like
evil
a
for
lot of
that.
food.
Do you
I think that
remember when we were snowed
we need to
in
have a.
and we? Are you good?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, go ahead. We're talking
When we
about
were snowed
the
in and we ordered takeout Chinese and we binged Star
when we
Wars.
watched. Well, we were going to binge Star Wars anyway. But yeah,
Right.
yeah. We had
That's
some Little
pretty good.
Caesars. We had some shitty Chinese. What else did we get that those couple nights?
Mm,
I don't know.
that's good. Well, that's
Oh, we
another
got we,
thing.
we,
I,
we
I
walked to
wish there was
Flacco's.
Little
That's what it was.
Caesars.
We walked to
I wish
Flacco's
there was
because
Little
the sunlight
Caesars
burned
close to
us.
your house.
Little Caesars is good.
I literally. All right, this is. I know Yap session is where we're allowed to talk about anything, but I just realized we're literally
We're
just
way
like
off
doing
topic.
catch up
Yeah,
right now.
who
The
cares?
final
This is
thing I'm
our.
saying though, because Little Caesars is on my mind.
Oh,
So I I was coming home from a concert last night. I was with my
yep.
girlfriend, and we were
A
like,
wife. Yep.
okay, let's order pizza so it's there when we get back to the dorm, right?
Mm-hmm. The Little Caesars. It was
And
hot. It was ready.
well, that was the thing is that my uh, uh, girlfriend, proud and raised from Michigan, was like,
Yep.
let's get some Little
That's what she's
Caesars,
better
Garden
than you.
City. Garden City. We had a whole conversation about Verner's yesterday, by the way. That's what prompted
I know you
me
did. Yeah. And I want a burners now.
the nectar of the gods.
It's healed more illnesses than any doctor, I think.
It has. That's literally what B said. She was like, "Oh, it's not soda. It's medicine."
Yeah.
Anyway, we wanted Little Caesars. We both wanted Little Caesars, and it literally wasn't on DoorDash. I've never seen this before.
What?
Like something could be like an hour away, and it'll still be like, "Yeah, you can order that." But it literally just wasn't
Huh.
there.
I think it's on Uber Eats though.
We had to settle for Domino's.
You.
Yeah, it wasn't. Well, okay. Here's the thing with Domino's. I will say I appreciate that they season their crust. I appreciate that because I like eating my crusts. I'm a crust eater, but I do enjoy when there's a little flavor in that crust.
Yes, absolutely. But also sometimes stuffed crust is too much flavor in the crust.
I agree. But that's what's nice about Domino's is that you can get stuffed crust, but they also have like just their normal
Yeah,
crust.
there's flavor blasted.
Yeah, like goldfish. Yeah. Oh,
I
that's
was
what
gonna
I'm gonna
say
do
I
on
want to see the
Thursday.
next Ironheart comic, but it's her dealing with all the things in Chicago, where she's like, "Oh, my armor's down, but I really want to get Olive Garden, so I have to get on the train for 2 hours."
I really want to read e-viewings Ironheart for that exact reason. Because I know e-viewing is going to put all those little Chicago
Mhm.
experience references in there. Like,
Yeah,
I know Riri's going to have to be like, okay, so if I had a car, this would only be 15 minutes away. But
but I have
because
to
I
take the red
don't have a
line, so I'm
car,
gonna wait for 15 minutes, then on the train for 20 minutes and see the weird guy staring at me the whole time, and then walk another 5 minutes.
I'm walking at least. Yes. I I should start that. I should start that. Hold on.
We should
Hold
start
on.
that.
Club that. That's fun. I think it's only 15 issues. I don't think it's that long.
Mhm. We'll see. Yeah.
I think with that we should go from like joy to unfortunately sadness and talk about Batman. Is that a good segue? I don't even know if that's a good segue. I'm gonna be honest.
I'd rather not. I'd rather keep not talking about Batman, but we have to. That's part of the show.
We did agree that was part of the show.
Who would do something like that? Could you imagine making a podcast and saying you have to talk about Batman every episode?
That
This feels
sucks.
like
Who
a
would ever do
commentary on
that?
something.
Yeah, Eve's. All right, real quick. Eve's. Yeah, her Ironheart's only 12 issues.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see about it.
Oh shit! It's got the lesbian Dora Milaje from Ta-Nehisi Coates' Black Panther in it. Holy shit! I love them. Anyway,
Let's
I'm
see.
gonna slander about Batman today.
What do you got? Can we cite our
Uh,
Batman fans?
Batman
Like TikTok
fans,
power
sure.
scalers?
Yeah, I know where
Uh,
this is coming from, but but
you
they'll
got
never
no.
know. They'll never
Yeah.
know.
No, it's been something that's been on my mind for a while. That there's so many Batman runs where he does a cool thing in a panel that's very easily screenshotable, especially recently. Or it's even worse
Yes.
in like non-Batman runs or Ultra Universe things, where something's easily screenshotable and uploadable to get people talking about it. And that's a trend that happens across books, but people talk more about Batman than they do anything else.
Yeah.
Like we talked about
And
how
like,
it's pretty cool that Batman fell from orbit and survived. That's
yeah.
stupid.
Well, or like, so here's my thing is that I'm always like, what made me fall in love with Batman as a kid is like, yes, he can do all this crazy stuff, but at the end of the day, he's still one man against one city, right? That's what
Yeah.
made me really fall in love with the character is that, like, yeah, he can do all this cool stuff, but he still has, like, limits. Or at least, like, he can't just do everything, you know? And
Mhm.
I agree with you that I think the way Batman fans treat him, damn, that's actually crazy. Um, like the way Batman fans treat him is like like, I mean, that's where the bad god expression comes from,
Yep.
right? Is that they're like, oh, he can do anything, like he's unstoppable. Um, and I don't like it personally. Me personally,
Yeah.
like rein him in a little bit.
Honestly, get Batman out of the Justice League for a bit.
Normally, I would totally agree with you. I will say I am really excited to see him lead the Justice League with Diana and Lex.
That's fair. I would
I
like to
think
see
that's gonna be
Diana with the
fun.
Justice League.
Period. Full stop.
I think we need more Diana stuff in general. That's not tied to Batman. Like, why are we getting a Wonder Woman and Batman mini? Especially
Yay!
not
I was gonna
by
say, are we
love.
gonna go? I was about to say, are we about to go a whole Batman Slander hour without mentioning Jeff Loeb? I was getting a little concerned.
Yeah,
I mean, like, that's another thing I think is the problem with Bat fandom, is that Bat fans are very quick to
after
dismiss.
everything about Batman.
Yeah. Well, like they'll be like, yeah, Superman's cool, but Batman can beat him, and I'm like, okay, and like,
Also, super bad. And lots of ships about Batman characters are very centering of the bats in general. Like some of Tim Con things are just, hey, look, it's Tim. Oh, and we'll also throw Con in, I guess.
yeah. Well, and
The
like,
closer characters
okay,
to Batman, the more centered they get.
yes, I agree with you on that. I was gonna also point out that like I feel like for some reason people are totally willing to engage with Batman lore, and then like the second
Yep.
anything more complicated than, I don't know, whatever, they're like, no, that's stupid. I don't care. Like Superman, I think Superman has this really rough, where people just
Mhm.
don't. If Batman fans don't have patience for Superman lore for some reason, and I'm like,
Like, yeah,
literally,
Superman lore
why?
is complicated, but
But it's also, but like, how are you gonna tell me like, oh, this is too complicated, and then be like, oh, look at all this League of Shadows stuff, or oh, look at all the,
oh
like,
yeah,
that's what it is. It's the hypocrisy. I don't appreciate the hypocrisy.
yes,
I would also even throw out like, I think Batman fans have a tendency to undersell like Batman characters. Like Batman fans are the first to like simplify a character down to like their like Flanderize them. You know what I mean?
yep, yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Well, you're talking to a Stephanie Brown fan about bad characters getting flanderized.
You're like, girl, I know, I've been there.
Trenches.
Well, like, okay, this is such a weird tangent, but um, one of my favorite books that I've read recently was One Bad Day Clayface. And
Mhm.
I really liked that book because I thought it took Clayface, who is so often either simplified to big monster or like actor, but in like, and this is no shade, but like what the Harley Quinn show does, right? Where he's
Yep.
like, oh, I'm an actor, like,
Lady Gaga.
like that's fun because that's the point of the show. But then you'll see people do that in their like super serious like Batman fanfic or whatever. I'm like,
Yep. Or Bane.
oh, shut up. Or
And like
Bane, yeah,
it's fun to make fun of Hardy Bane until that's all you do with Bane.
yeah.
In the Harley Quinn show or the Lego Batman movie, it works. But
No, I somehow ended up on the side of TikTok who doesn't like the Harley Quinn show, and I was like, oh,
enemy
I'm in
territory.
enemy territory. I need to go. Like, it was like toxic Ivy fans. They're like, I hate how she's characterized in Harley and Ivy, and I'm like,
Oh,
I need to
oh
go
yeah.
now.
I'm gonna go
She'd
touch
never
some
date
grass.
Kite Man. They're like, she'd never date Kite Man. And I'm like, I know. That's
That's
the
the point.
whole joke.
That's a bitch.
Like, yeah, like, but yeah, like, that's my point. Is that like, it's fine when it's the purpose of comedy or the purpose of like being silly. But you'll see them do it in like very serious. Or and Spider-Man fans also have this problem. Not to throw my web
Yep.
heads
Yeah.
under the bus, but
No, I'm gonna throw the weapons under the bus.
like being so, I guess, like amalgamating with continuity. Like, I feel like Batman fans like suck at being like, but this is only canon in this universe. Like they'll be like, I don't know, what's a random one?
Mhm.
I don't know, like actually that was a bad example. I was about to talk about like, whoa, what do you think? Oracle's out of the chair. But like I I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that Oracle should be in the chair. I think that's more interesting.
I'm trying to think of a good one, but my mind's a blank. But it happens all the time where Batman fans will just be like, yeah, like oh, but this happened, and I'm like, well, no, that only happened in this continuity, and like you can't say that about this thing or whatever. Like I don't know. That's a pet peeve. I will fully admit that is a personal, that is a petty pet peeve. Is what that is. That is that like wish it didn't happen, but whatever. That's I guess that's just how fandom works sometimes.
Mhm.
Speaking of fandom, we're about to go enjoy
Conventions.
being. Yeah, we're about to go to a fan expo. So that's
One
technically
of the big
Books and
ones.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we If we were bigger, it'd be so fun to be like, and you can meet us there. But I don't think anybody listening actually can meet up.
Yeah.
If you
Anyone that we
can, that'd
haven't
be really
already
cool.
planned with.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say, if you can, then we don't know. That's really cool. I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling everybody's a little too far. For those
Buy
that
your
don't know,
buy all your tickets right now. Buy
C2E2,
your plane tickets.
I always forget what the acronym stands for. Does C2E2, there we go. It is the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo. Um, this year will mark the 16th year of
Wow.
C2E2. I know. I will clarify, like, yes, there have only been events called C2E2 since 2010, but like there's whole like precursor company this was a big. There's a reason like C2E2 is like said in the same terms as like New York
New York
Comic
Comic
Con and
Con
stuff.
and City
Like
of
yeah,
Con.
like
Yeah.
it had a lot of build up. But yeah, I mean, I guess like right off the bat, like who are you excited to see? Is there any comics you're hoping to hunt down?
So
Like,
obviously,
what's the
I'd
deal?
love to get more Stephanie Brown comics. I have a whole list of things that I'd love to get signed. The first people I'm excited to meet. Also, the biggest one right now that I've been thinking about lately is Margot Peapoy. Because, like, obviously, one,
Yeah,
just kind of trans, we love her for that. But two, I'm gonna. Do you care if I dox us?
sure, go ahead.
She's an alum of our school. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Um, and didn't
And she's
she
a
do
very
the
technically the
inks?
very yep technically Stephen's very first appearance. It was in War without Young Justice though.
What you gonna do?
It's a sick design and I love it.
There you go.
Let's
I'm
see what else.
excited to see Alyssa Wong again.
Yep,
Alyssa
they're
Wong is
incredible.
lovely. Um, I'm excited to see Stephanie Phillips.
Yeah,
Uh, for totally not Corsair related reasons.
I'm excited to see Stephanie Phillips for Matt Murdock related reasons.
Yeah, we're gonna get that get that C2E2 exclusivo.
I'm not going for the exclusive cover. I don't know if you are. I don't have that kind of money.
Is it above ranking?
I
I
believe
assume
so.
so.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: is it depends on here. You'll find out live if I'm getting it, because depending on the markup, I assume it's solicited on League.
It'll be marked up. I bet.
C2E2 Jock. It says it's still only $5.99.
Okay. If it is, then I might go for it. But I'm not complaining at all about the base cover.
Also, the Virgin variant, which will also be at C2E2, um,
Mhm.
the Virgin variant is also $5.99.
Okay, we'll see.
Oh, I'm so excited for this book.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
I don't think I've read anything else by Lee Garbett, but I'm obsessed with his art style already. I feel like the Brooklyn
Yeah,
Nine-Nine meme. I'm like, I've only had. Oh, he did the Loki series that I need to read.
you know who else is gonna be a big one that I'm excited for? I want to say Nick Robles is gonna be there. I was just glazing at the
Yeah,
Flash earlier.
speaking of, yeah.
It'll be cool to get an issue one cover signed by him. Let's
I
see.
probably won't get to see them, but it's pretty hype that both Ariel and Prince, what's his face?
Eric?
Thank you. That both Ariel and Prince Eric's voice actors will be there. Probably won't see them because it's probably super
The big one I'm shocked I
expensive.
didn't mention yet. Coonan and Conrad. I'll be able to
Yeah,
get a volume one of Batgirls signed by Clooney, Conrad, and Corona.
it'll be pretty hype.
That's still setting in, honestly.
Christopher Eccleston's gonna be there.
Dennis
Love
Cohen,
some
because
Ninth
I was
Doctor.
just talking about how excited I am for Nightwing. It's getting a new artist, Dennis Cohen. Erica Henderson, you're excited for her.
I love Eric Anderson. I've been loving. Made that my pick of the week last week, didn't I? Did I? Oh
Oh,
no, we didn't record last week.
we haven't even mentioned the best thing about who's going to be there.
I'm curious which you're gonna mention. I think I'll agree, but I'm curious what it's gonna be.
Jeff Loeb.
Yeah. Okay. We mentioned it on the show before. The original idea is that Hattush was going to be over by C2E2,
No, the
so we
last issue would
could
come out after C2A2, the
yeah
week after. But yeah,
yeah, and we were going to time it around getting to meet him. Obviously, not going to work out anymore. I think it's very funny that, from what I understand, Daredevil's releasing early at C2E2, but Hattush isn't.
hmm
That's funny.
nobody cares about Hattush.
Yeah. Well, not
How
anymore.
are we gonna
Yeah.
bring it up to him?
What, that we have a show where we like eviscerate him weekly? I don't know.
We'll see. We are going to get an issues. We're each going to get our issues signed. I think
Yes,
Kevin
because it's
McGuire will be
funny.
there. That's cool. Kyle
Uh,
Higgins, Mark
I'm glad.
Brooks.
I'm glad Mr. Charlie Cox will presumably have bodyguards of some kind. Because me and that man in the same room without bodyguards is not a good idea. I'll say that
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
I would do
I
unspeakable
know.
things.
Well, you said that about Tom King too, and you didn't, and I didn't report anything under the table. Let's
There were too
see.
many in the line. I would have felt bad. I would have felt bad for holding up the
Sure,
line.
sure. Sharon will be there. Alan's got the Green Lantern.
Yes,
That's one of your faves.
I do love that book. I adore that book. Um, What was the one I just saw that I got really hyped about?
All of it.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Is
It's
this the
fun to be at a
best
con.
C2E2? Yeah, like, is this the best C2E2 lineup? Nah, this is like pretty, like, just okay. Um, but
And what
I'm
we're
really
doing
excited.
2 days. I
Yes,
I know I'm doing 2 days. I'll probably stop in Friday just a little bit, at least to pick up my tickets. Like it's not going to be a whole thing on Friday. I will be have class and have another class thing at the end of the night. It's going to be a long day, but
I realized you could buy tickets through the app. I thought I was gonna have to go to the website again.
ooh, there you go.
That makes things a lot quicker. Um, did I add that to my favorites? No, I only have one person on my favorites. Oh, did we mention Steve from Blue's Clues?
I did not because you have to pay a bunch to meet him.
Yes, but again, that's pretty cool. Um, I don't know. Like, here's the thing. I love cons. I do. They are very pricey though, and especially for my neurotypical or neurodivergent peers out there.
Funny, you're not neurotypical in any way.
I will say for my fellow neurodivergents, prepare yourself. It's a lot.
It
It's a
gets
lot.
expensive when you because you see ooh shiny.
It's expensive. It's a lot of. Here's the thing. It's not loud, or at least I wouldn't say it's loud, but it's a very dull drone. Like being at a con. So like if like because like I think I speak for a lot of neurodivergent people. It's not always the volume. Sometimes it's the amount of noise that like really gets
Yeah,
you
that's the other
overstimulated.
thing.
Yeah, it's like it's not again like it's not loud, but it's like there's just so
It's
much
a constant
noise.
drone in the background.
Yeah. There's a lot of colors. There's a lot of people. Oh well, I forgot the elephant in the room. There's a lot of people. Uh, you're
Yes.
gonna have to get very okay with being close to people, especially if you get to cons early like we do, so we can be right there at
Mm.
the gate.
Yeah, we need to figure out if we're doing all day both days.
Right
To
now,
Google see you
I'm
later.
yeah, at least Sunday.
Yeah. And the cosplays are fun. I'm still wrapping up my Steph Bin one. I talked all the talk about.
Cosplays are fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna do more on my spoiler one, but no, it's gonna be the exact same as last time I wore it because I've been too busy. But this Steph Bin is gonna be way better than last time. You saw me wear it the last time, and it was just a generic Robin one then. I think it's gotten better.
Yeah, I think so.
And you haven't seen the work I've been putting in on like the cape.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we will need to lock in and finish stuff up and get ready.
I
Probably
literally,
this weekend.
I have my bag. I've already started packing my bag.
Nice.
I mean, I need to get what I'm gonna get signed. Oh, that's
Yeah,
the
we'll
thing.
have to do that.
Stay tuned. I assume we'll both post one. But at least I'll post one. I like to post a list on my league account of what I'm gonna try to get signed, and then I
I made a
usually edit
big
it.
list of it. Yeah, I made a big list that I'm gonna trim down.
Um, so stay tuned to that. Stay tuned for hauls. We always do haul
Oh
lists.
yeah,
We love a
there's
good
always a
haul
good
list.
haul from a con.
Um,
If I could get Cassandra's Kitten's debut for without selling my arm and leg, that'd be the goal. I have Steph's first appearance. I have Rose's first appearance as of last weekend, 2 weeks ago. What? No, 2 weeks ago. I have Mia Deirdre's first appearance. Just gotta get the last one to have all four of my DC girlies.
I guess if there's like stuff that I'm looking for, um, I'm gonna collect every appearance of Joseph.
You
So
would.
I'm looking for like a lot of '90s back issues. Um, gonna skip that. I
Honestly, I'm
want
looking for any Green Arrow back issues, especially from the 2000s run.
a reasonably priced Uncanny 200.
Yeah,
Um,
those are great, aren't they? Oh wait, you don't have one.
and this is where I'd put my Uncanny 200 if I had one.
I do. Sounds like a skill issue to me.
Uh, oh, um, I wanted to get the Mark Wade Avengers issues. I'm missing. That's
Mhm.
the Mark Wade like crossover where it's Avengers and Champions.
Yeah.
Because I have all the Champions issues, and I think two of the Avengers issues.
Mhm. Actually, what I really want to get the Stephanie Brown and Batgirl issues, especially the Volume 2 ones. I have most of Volume 2 collected in floppies. Missing what? One, two, three, four issues, but they're the ones that just get marked up a ton for no reason. And I'd love to
Fatal
get Volume 1.
Attractions.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be collecting Fatal Attractions.
Young
Leave. Okay, I'm
Young
looking
Justice
at
would be a
this right
thing I'd
now on
love
my
to get.
list. Okay,
Hmm.
if you had to guess off the top of your head, how much do you think the issue of Fatal Attractions where the thing happens goes for? Like what's the defining moment of Fatal Attractions?
Yeah, over or under 50.
Oh, way under. You said
Oh,
50? Way under.
7?
783.
Wow.
That feels weird. That doesn't feel right.
Mhm. Considering that the issue of Batgirl where Steph and Kara team up is like $20, I've seen it go for.
Exactly. I mean I guess it must have been printed a lot. Here, let me check how many times it's been printed. No, it hasn't even been printed that much.
And maybe it was, and it's a 90s issue, so that probably got overprinted just in the one run, but still.
Probably. Yeah, that's still crazy though.
But yeah.
I'm very excited for C2E2. I always look forward to it. Um,
Mhm. This will be our third year
I
going together. It's been great.
I especially appreciated the recent if you know about the recent controversy. Oh, you know what I'm gonna try to find?
Oh,
I want to try to own a copy of Avengers 200.
wow. You can put it right next to your copy of, I forget what issue it is on top of my head, where Alex gets fridged.
Oh yeah, next to Green Lantern 56, absolutely.
You're gonna just. Do you want my copy of Identity Crisis while you're at it?
You don't want it.
Are you making a problematic wall?
I think I mentioned this on the show. I am obsessed with owning like terrible stories. There's something to me, but like legendarily bad stories. Let me clarify. Like,
You're not
because
getting my Stephanie Brown pregnancy arc. You know how much you wanted?
well, like I was gonna say, you know, I'm giving away my copy of Wolverine's Revenge, for instance, because I thought that was bad.
That was just
But
kind
like,
of mediocre bad and not
yeah,
defining an entire genre of comics bad.
like I want to eventually own Spider-Man the Other or
What about Rain?
Spider. Yeah, I was gonna say Spider-Man Reign too. Um, I really want to own the comic where Peter gets laid, and that's how he gets organic web shooters. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course I
I want to
do.
own
I've been
that.
on the internet.
Spider-Man has a lot, honestly. The more I think about it, they're like, oh, there's
But
that
yeah, when you
Spidey
publish a lot
issue.
of what about Batman Damned?
Yes, but I want the penis version, and that's so expensive.
About
That is
the
like the
also
most
Batman and
expensive.
Robin, the Boy Wonder that has the uncensored or where you can read the swearing.
I already have issue one
Why do you have issue one?
because of what I'm describing right now.
Okay, yeah. I have a random issue of that if you want it as well.
If you
I
don't
bought
want
it
it,
for a
I'll take
dollar,
it.
and a dollar was still too much, I think.
I'll take it. Is it
We'll see.
the issue that's never collected by any chance?
No, oh, no, it's the Black Canary one. The issue that's never collected is the one that has a misprinted version. In the misprinted version, you can read all of the swearing where they call like a 16-year-old Barbara Gordon the C word.
I need it.
It's on eBay. It's not that bad if I remember right.
Okay,
This might
that's
be the
good.
last thing we do on this episode of the show is look up All-Star Batman and Robin number 10. We call, we go to shopping. How much you want to bet?
I'm gonna I'm gonna say over 10 actually.
Okay. Most things I'm seeing are over 10, but I've got one here for 6, 22, 11. Oh, no, that's the rain version. 23, 25,
Yeah,
like 25, $1,200.95, $22. I'm not seeing an outlier.
you're not
But in
seeing
general,
Calico. You're not seeing Calico or Jitter.
no, I said I do see an outlier. But in general,
Oh,
it
okay.
hovers around $20, $25. With some CGC graded ones that are that are higher. Like very
Waste that
doable for
kind of
you.
money,
Is it a waste if you enjoy it?
I guess. Well, no, but that's actually no, that because that's gonna make me go on a whole rant about grading. And we shouldn't do that
Birding is
right now.
ridiculous, yeah.
Maybe
Because
that'll be a third.
yeah,
That would be a great bite sized. That that stay tuned for that. You know what? That'll be a good bite size. We'll do that one day. I don't know when, but we'll do it.
yeah.
Okay, now you can do the big, and that's the end of the show.
And that's the end of the show where I got to talk about how my DC girlies are eating good this week. It was, I didn't even get to.
So
I
good.
didn't think I even
It
mentioned.
was so
We had a
good.
whole segment. We had a whole segment about glazing blondes. I didn't bring up Mia Dearden once.
You want remember you had me do the coin flip.
Oh yeah, I did. But I didn't get to talk about how awesome she is and how she's like Stephanie Brown. She had a more traumatic childhood, but a better mentor at all until now.
I love you, Ollie Queen.
I love you, Mia
Ah,
Dearden. I love you, Roy Harper. I love you, Connor Kent. I tolerate you,
you know who I
Oliver
don't
Queen.
love
I
you?
love
You
you,
know who I
Dino
don't
Man.
love? Clint Barton.
And you can say, hmm?
Clint Barton.
He's
No
he's
love
a
in my
lovable
heart.
loser.
No love in my heart for the worst
Him and
Hawkeye.
Oliver Queen share a space in my heart.
Holly's. Okay, this is gonna cause another rant. Okay. Thank you for listening to this episode of
No,
Leave Out.
no, do the rant. It's the post-credit scene.
Follow us on on Spotify, on YouTube, on
Technically, we have an
uh,
Instagram.
we have an Instagram that we never post on.
Ever make the
Um,
TikTok we don't post on?
nah, I don't remember. Or was that
Maybe
my
check us
job?
out on TikTok if we're there.
If we're there. Um,
Email us with all the things you hate about us at
yeah.
leavingout at
Tell us how much this
gmail.com.
episode. Yeah, tell us how much this episode sucked.
Leave
Um,
comments, leave angry hate comments. Say that the Thorn is annoying and awful and you'd rather I host this alone and we'll do it.
let Laney know that no, actually, Deathstroke is really cool.
Or that no, New Titans should not have been my pick of the week.
Yeah, let her know. Tell her. Um,
I don't know. Stay gay. Stay hydrated.
yeah. Guess what? Every week now, we're gonna remind you to drink water. We'll do it. We'll have the water segment. We'll have the what are we drinking today? um,
Exactly. Anything else we need to remind people of?
that as always, this is Thorn saying, "Whoever smelt it, dealt it."
This is Laney saying, no, it's just always Thorn.